Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, and I am coming to you live from the campus of Weymouth High School in Weymouth, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's high school JV boys lacrosse contest between the hosting Wildcats of Weymouth High School and the visiting Brookline High Warriors. It's my first time covering this Brookline JV squad, and I'm excited for the opportunity to see a new team here in the spring of 2025. We got a bit of a late start today, as initially this game I think was initially slated as a 4 o'clock start, and then I think it got moved back to 4:30, and even then not a time that was going to be made, as Brookline was a little late getting here. But now we're getting set to get started, and got a pregame clock going on the scoreboard here at Weymouth, as shown about 5 minutes ago. Let's see if we can see that with the camera if I turn it over. Yeah, you can see it. And so a little less than 5 minutes before we get this one underway. And I'll have the varsity game on this channel right after this one, so be sure to stay tuned for that. And of course, before this game gets started, I would like to thank our sponsor for this game, Esh Dental. You can see their logo there in the bottom middle of your screen. Esh Dental is located right in Coolidge Corner. Book your next dental appointment with local dentist and BHS Sports parent, Dr. Brandon Esh, for the non-corporate personalized dentistry our community deserves. Call 617-566-0103 or go online to eshdental.com to find out more and book your appointment. Once again, 617-566-0103 or go online to eashdental.com. You can find that link and phone number in the description section of this video down below. We see Brookline over here on our left warming up in their blue jerseys with white jersey numbers. Weymouth over on the right, yellow jerseys, red jersey numbers. And I didn't get the JV roster for Weymouth. I did get their varsity roster, but not their JV one. So I'm just going to be narrating the Wildcats by jersey number today. But I do have the roster for Brookline, so let's go through it right here. Here is the roster for your 2025 Brookline High JV Boys Lacrosse team. Going in order of jersey number for Brookline, first off, we have a sophomore, number 6, Sammy Treestman. Next, a junior, number 12, Nathaniel Aguirre. A freshman, number 13, Tristan Pice. A freshman, number 14, Ben Tebow. A freshman, number 17, Luke Tier. A junior, number 25, Landon Johnson. A freshman, number 28, Evan Gerber. A freshman, number 30, Devin Jaju. A sophomore, number 33, Cole Horowitz. A sophomore, number 35, Michael Sidlecki. A freshman, number 36, Scout Corrado. A freshman, number 37, Evan Genzer. A freshman, number 38, Kenneth Pice. A freshman, number 39, Justin Kim. Sophomore, number 40, Carter Cagnina. Sophomore, number 41, Emery Law. Sophomore, number 42, Ben Dankworth. Freshman, number 43, Liam Kennedy. Sophomore goalie, number 45, Malcolm Arnold. Freshman, number 46, Gilad Abramson. Freshman, number 48, Jacob Katz. Freshman, number 50, Truman Ferguson. And a sophomore, number 52, Samuel Lipton. So that is the roster for the Brookline High JV Boys Lacrosse team. And folks, if you've followed my live streams in other sports, you know that one thing I always encourage is if I'm messing up the pronunciation of any players' names, then I actually encourage you to correct me on the pronunciation of those names, either in the live chat here on YouTube or by sending me an email. You can see my email in the bottom right corner of your screen there if you'd like to do it that way. Either way, you're not burdening me, you're not bothering me, you're helping me if you correct me on those pronunciations. It helps me give these young men the best coverage I possibly can, you know, by doing them the honor of, you know, at the very least getting their names right. So the team huddling up before we get this one underway. Again, this the first game of basically a double header here on this channel, as we'll have the varsity game coming up right after this one. So stay tuned for that. It'll be a different link, but it'll be right here on this channel, and it's publicly available, so should work out just fine. Wi-Fi seems to be going good so far, but we have dropped a few frames so far early here. Now, I am recording this at the same time that I am live streaming, so if anything important gets cut out, like if the video cuts out during an important play, just let me know in the live chat and I can upload the fully recorded version of this broadcast later tonight if necessary. So far, it seems like it won't be necessary, and fingers crossed that that is a correct prediction. Teams getting set up. Brookline will be playing from the right here in the first quarter, the first of 4 12-minute quarters. Weymouth on the left. Weymouth has number 5 in the net. Brookline has number 45, Malcolm Arnold. Brookline sending out their face-off specialist. Is that a 28? For a second it looked like 26, but there isn't a 26. If it is 28, then it's Evan Gerber. We'll pick up the jersey numbers as we go here. Warriors and Wildcats, we begin here in the first quarter. Face-off is won by Weymouth's number 4. Off a screen from number 8, he takes it across half court and into the attack area, but lost the ball. Good defensive intervention there by number 25, Landon Johnson. Harasses number 8 and forces the pass. Weymouth taking it slow here with their first offensive possession. Number 8 with the ball at the top. Trying to fend off the defense here, trying to spin off his man, has to pass away further back. And we got a whistle. And it looks like they called an offsides against Weymouth. And so Brookline will take it over off that violation. Number 6, Samuel Treistman running with it across midfield. And I believe he has brought it into touch here as Brookline gets started on their first offensive possession. Over on the far side, I believe that's number 14, Ben Tebow, who passes it behind the net. Long pass cross, finds Nathaniel Aguirre. Dropped the ball briefly, but recovers. Aguirre sends it up top to number 43, Liam Kennedy. Kennedy holding it at the top, stepping back, winding up to charge in. Stumbles a bit, but gets around one defender. Tries a long shot, misses wide. It's going to stay with Brookline as number 39, Justin Kim, was back there to cover that one. Brookline working it back to the top. It's given over to Treistman. Treistman starting to walk up, jukes a bit. Tries a long pass and sails it. But I think they're qualifying that as a shot, actually. And so Kim allows Brookline to keep possession as he passes, skips past Aguirre, but nobody in the realm to try and take that one away for Weymouth. So Aguirre starts his approach, gets around one defender, long shot, bounces wide, and now Brookline not able to get back to cover that one, and so it'll go to the Wildcats. Slow start for Brookline and Weymouth. No score through the first 3 minutes of this 12-minute first quarter. Both teams coming up empty in their opening offensive possession. Number 21 giving it back to number 5, the goalie, who now floats it up to 8. 8 running it up, long pass, finds a cutting teammate who gets around 17, tries the extra pass, but it's dropped right in front of the net. Would have been a clean look there, but no dice as Brookline fights for the loose ball, but ultimately it is picked up by number 8. So now Weymouth resetting on offense. Number 9 with the spin move there, but the help defense arrives. Keeps possession. A little bit of pushing and shoving with the Brookline defense, but he gets the ball away there. 17 passes it to 9, who is cutting in. Long shot, sails high. Weymouth able to get back to get the ball on the out of bounds. Or no, they weren't. They in fact, did not get back fast enough, and so Brookline's number 40, Carter Cagnina, will take the ball here for the Warriors. Going to walk up with it in transition. Flips a pass over to the goalie, Malcolm Arnold. Arnold's pass dropped off a deflection, almost recovered by Treistman, but instead picked up by number 5 for the Wildcats. Pass to a wide open teammate. Extra pass is dropped. Again, one pass too many by the Wildcats as that popped out of the pocket of number 23, who now passes back to 7. Great save by Arnold. Number 7 had a clean look, decided to shoot low, and Arnold read it perfectly to make a great stop there for the Warriors and keep us scoreless here in Weymouth. A foul was called on Brookline on that loose ball play as they knocked over a Weymouth player. So now the Wildcats maintain the ball. 18 over to 7. 7 fakes the flip there, gets around his defender, pass to the middle, skips past 17. A flag flies. That is probably going to go against. Is that going to go? I think that went against Brookline, but I'm not sure. Did that go against Weymouth? Who is that against? I believe that went against Brookline, and looks like Cagnina will be serving the penalty for the Warriors here. Weymouth with the man-up advantage. Pass back up to the top to number 9, over to 18, and up to 14. 14 looking around. Now gives it over to 9. 9 looking. Still looking. Pass to the middle. 18 tried a shot, disrupted, and the shot floats high. Good defensive closeout there by number 48, Jacob Katz. Weymouth maintains possession. Number 23 coming out of the back. Goes up top to 18. Passing it around. Given back to 17 at the top, over to 23. Back across to 5. Long shot is in. Number 5 with the first goal of the game for Weymouth. Off the assist, I believe, of number 23. So the Wildcats strike first. And yeah, I was not mistaken. It's number 26 taking the faceoffs for Brookline. Number 26 not listed on the JV roster that I was given. So I'm not sure who it is. If anyone recognizes it and wants to let me know in the live chat, I'd be much appreciated. Face-off is won by number 4 for Weymouth. Runs it into the attack area. Throws it up to 14. Weymouth on offense once again. 14 passes back to 1. 1 pass to his left. Now pass inside. Jump shot is walled by Malcolm Arnold. 2 really nice saves from Malcolm Arnold so far today as he is trying to evade the forward pressure. Ball's knocked loose, but Brookline is there to recover it as it's picked up by Cagnina. Cagnina now running with it. Close to the sidelines. Ball's knocked free. And I think they're going to say that Cagnina got knocked out of bounds. And in lacrosse, if you get knocked out of bounds, the defense gets the ball. So Weymouth takes it back. Pass around to the back to 14. 14 trying to come out the back. Pass misses everybody. Bounces all the way back to 8 at the top there. Pass over to 1. Now up to, I think, 14. 14 pass ahead to 1. 1 looking for a cutting teammate. Could not connect with 7. And the loose ball ultimately scooped up by Arnold. Floats a pass over Treestman's head. He's trying to pick it up off the bounce. Juggled it, couldn't pick it up, and lost his footing. And I think the whistle's going to be blown against Weymouth. They're going to say they knocked Treestman in the back. Well, he did not have possession of the ball. And so Brookline will get the free ball here. And it looks like they are subbing out Treestman. Bringing in number 13, Tristan Pice. Brookline now on offense for the first time in a good bit. Ben Tebow with the ball. Passes around the back. Kim floats a pass, misses Aguirre. Disrupted by number 22 of the Weymouth defense, who did not have the ball, and so I think they call that that whack by, Shoot, we lost our Wi-Fi briefly. Trying to get it back. I think we've got it back. Should have it. Weymouth passing around the ball with just seconds to go here in the first. Okay, looks like we got it back. Sorry about that, folks. Random cutout of the Wi-Fi. But we should be good to go now. As a whistle against Weymouth gives Brookline the ball, but they only have seconds left. Tebow running up with it. Looking, pass back, misses. And still seconds left. They still got some time, but they're struggling to pick up that ball. Pice taps it over. Tapped back, and Pice picks it up. Throws a pass over to Tebow. 5 seconds left. He's got to shoot. Does not shoot. Passes, and not enough time for a shot as Brookline lost track of time there on that last possession. And that is how the first quarter will end. Our score at the end of 1. The Weymouth High Wildcats 1. The Brookline High Warriors 0. Again, my apologies for the brief cutout. I'm hoping that it doesn't do that again, but I'll be keeping an eye on it. In the meantime, during this break between the first and second quarters, I'd like to once again thank our local sponsor for today, Esh Dental. Do you have a tooth that doesn't look right in photos, too far out, too far back, or one that prevents you from showing that smile at all? The team at Esh Dental has everything you need to get that smile perfectly aligned. Their average Invisalign case lasts about 9 months, and the treatment is practically invisible compared to metal braces. Adults and teens alike get their teeth straightened and their bites aligned with Esh Dental. Call 617-566-0103 or go online to eshdental.com to find out more and book your appointment. Once again, 617-566-0103 or go online to eashdental.com. All that information in the description section down below. A low-scoring first quarter as the teams now come out for quarter number 2. The lone goal coming from Weymouth's number 5, assisted by number 23. And 2 really nice saves by Brookline goalie Malcolm Arnold are a main reason why Brookline is only trailing by 1 at the moment. The Warriors' offense has struggled so far today. Back to the face-off circle we go. 26 for Brookline, 4 for Weymouth. This one wrestled loose. Still being chased after, and now knocked into open field back towards midfield. Picked up briefly, but then knocked away. Still being fought for. Number 26 trying to steer it to himself. Now he knocks it away. And it's going to be chased down by Weymouth's number 17. A chaotic face-off to start the second quarter, but ultimately won by Weymouth. Weymouth has won every face-off so far today. Quick passing. Shot saved by Arnold. Tried to look for, again, trying to look for that extra pass, and they just couldn't find it, and so tried to juke around, and Malcolm Arnold denied him on the shot. The loose ball there was picked up by number 33, Cole Horowitz, running it across himself. Brings it into the attack area as Brookline goes on offense. Horowitz floats pass to the back to Justin Kim, who passed it back out to Ben Tebow. Tebow back to Kim. Kim throws it across to Nathaniel Aguirre. Aguirre cutting across, lost the ball. Got knocked by the stick of a Weymouth defender and lost it there as the Wildcats taking it end-to-end themselves. Number 7 running up with it. Underhand pass, finds his target, 14. Passes back to 17, now over to 9. 9 lost the ball on the windup there, but recovers it. But not before it rolls out of bounds. And so Brookline takes it on the fluky mistake there. Horowitz lost the ball. Knocked loose by number 5, and Weymouth immediately takes it back. 5 floats past 14, tries a shot, and another save by Malcolm Arnold. 4 saves for the Brookline netminder today as he's running out with it himself across midfield, still running with it himself, and now throws a pass ahead to Tebow. Tebow slips and falls, lost the ball out of his pocket, but trying to keep it, he does, and gets passed away to Kim, but he stepped out of bounds. Bringing it up is number 8, cutting through the middle. Flips pass over to, I believe, number 18. Has to bring it across that 30-yard line, otherwise they could get called for an attack zone violation or an into touch. Gosh, I know what the rule is. I just forgot what the exact name of it is. I'm sorry, folks. Long shot 23, and I'm not sure if that was redirected by Arnold or if it just missed wide, but either way, out of bounds. And Weymouth is going to keep it as they had the players back there. Running around with it, number 5. Throws a pass and misses completely. And since that was a pass and not a shot, Brookline gets the ball. Cagnina with the ball, floats it over to Arnold. Arnold looking for an outlet, floats one up, connects with Kennedy. Liam Kennedy throws it up to Tebow, who gives it to Kim. Kim back to Tebow. Tebow looking around, goes back to Kim. Back to Tebow once again. Up top, Kennedy. Now over to Treestman. Treestman looks like he's starting an approach. Jukes around one defender, but lost the ball. Picked up by number 8 for Weymouth. Had it knocked loose by the combined efforts of Treestman and Aguirre, and lost it out of bounds. The Warriors take it back. Aguirre walking up with it. Steps across the touchline there. Throws it up to Tebow. Pass back, Kim lost it, knocked loose by number 22, who's had a couple of nice defensive plays for the Wildcats here in the first half, as that's another turnover by the Brookline offense. I don't think Brookline has managed to get a single shot off so far this quarter, and I don't think they've had a single shot on goal so far this game. Number 22 throws, misses, 13, and that's going to roll out of bounds, and it'll be Brookline ball. With the ball now is Katz, throws it ahead to Cagnina. Cagnina being pressured. Jukes out 14 there. Gets an opening to throw a bounce pass up to Tebow. Tebow avoids the hit from behind and floats the pass over to Treestman. Treestman throws it ahead to Aguirre. And that pass misses Kim, and another turnover for Brookline. Brookline just struggling with some of the fundamentals today. Having trouble just completing passes and even starting to get into their sequences before they can even properly run a play. Number 5, the goalie. Pass up, 28, dropped it, almost picked it up, but now knocked over, lost the ball. It's a scrum for it. And coming out with it, number 28 of Weymouth lost the ball again, knocked loose, picked up this time by Kennedy. And I think a timeout was called there, I think, by Brookline. Out of that chaotic thing, sort of similar to when a basketball player dives on the ball and then everyone rushes to call timeout so that you don't have to keep trying to hold on to the ball. Still 1-0 Weymouth here in the second quarter, 5 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock here in the second frame. And again, folks, if there's anything you'd like to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat. You know, could be as simple as go Brookline or go Weymouth, no matter who you're rooting for. We appreciate the good vibes. Could be a shout out to a specific player. Maybe you're tuning in to watch a family member or a friend, want to give them a shout out. You know, sometimes it can be fun to hear about the different places people are tuning in from, as we get a lot of fans tuning in from other states and occasionally even other countries. So that can be fun to hear. Like I said, among the more important ones, if you notice me botching any names or anything like that, then please correct me. And if you notice any technical difficulties, either with the audio or the video, then again, I encourage you to speak up and say something in a live chat. But for now, back to the action. Sammy Treestman walking it up for Brookline. Spins off his man, tries a long shot, and it was blocked. Couldn't even get to the net. Treestman taps it over, long shot saved by number 5 there. The long shot coming from Horowitz. Brookline fighting to try and get the ball back, and Kim comes out with it. Kim trying to spin off the defensive pressure. Tries a long shot, missed it. Might have been turned aside by 5. Rebound around the back by Aguirre. And no, they say Aguirre, either they're saying he ran out of room or maybe it was some sort of kickball violation or something. Either way, Brookline loses possession. Weymouth, long pass. Popped in and out of the pocket of Cagnina. And now it's a scrum for the loose ball. And it's picked up by 14 for Weymouth. An errant pass by the Wildcats, but they still managed to maintain the ball after fighting in the scrum. Pass out to 13. Now back to 5. 5 cutting through, lost the ball. Knocked loose by the Brookline defense. Loose ball picked up by number 46, Gilad Abramson. Abramson couldn't fight his way through traffic. Picked up by 13, and another save by Malcolm Arnold. Golly, I wish I was better at keeping track of save numbers, because Arnold's been having an impressive day so far as he completes a long pass to Tebow. Now across to Horowitz. Spins, long shot saved by 5. Brookline still not generating any really high-quality looks. As 5 with the long pass back to 21. 21, knifing his way through the defenders there to get across midfield. Now gets into the attack zone. Long shot, another save by Arnold. Pass up to Treestman. Treestman jukes around 1. Long pass up finds Kim. Kim's shot misses wide. Looks like Tebow either Tebow or Aguirre or both were able to get back fast enough to keep the ball with Brookline, or no? No, they were not. I thought at first that they weren't because they were behind, or they were in front of the posts and had to try to run to behind it. Just too far to go, and so they do not, in fact, maintain possession. Number 5, another long pass dropped by 9, but picked up by 17. Weymouth has been much stronger on the loose balls so far today. Pass back to 13. 13 cutting around. Pass back 14. 14 from behind the net. They work it back to 9. 9 coming down the right side. Pass behind the net. 23 gets around one. Can't get around another. 23 still looking. Pass misses. 17 chasing it down to keep it in bounds, just barely. Walking with it. Around to the top, floats it over. 23, a long pass, complete to 14. 14 from behind. Trying to juke against his defender. Good defense by Treestman, prevents that advance attempt. Still walking around behind the net, trying to cut across. Treestman, great coverage again as he's forced to pass it out. 13 tries to spin, barely gets around, charging in, and a shot is in from number 23. Number 23 looked like he was going to lose his footing there, but keeps his balance just enough to get that secondary spin, get away from his defender, and charge in for the score. And that is going to be halftime. The buzzer beater goal from 23 makes it a 2-0 lead for the Wildcats here at the half. During this halftime break, I would like to once again thank our local sponsor for today, Esch Dental. Do you have a tooth that's been worked on once, twice, 3 times, and it's still giving you problems? Have you been told it's time to give up the fight on that tooth and have it extracted? Hey, it happens to a lot of us. Dr. Esch performs a multitude of procedures to get that infected tooth out and an implant in. All of Dr. Esch's implants are digitally guided, which means the surgery takes place on a digital model of your jaw even before your appointment. Digital implant placement is the safest, fastest, most predictable way to turn that problem tooth into a fixed and beautiful solution. Call 617-566-0103 or go online to eschdental.com to find out more and book your appointment. Once again, 617-566-0103 or go online to eashdental.com. All that information in the description section down below. Also in the description section, you can find a link to the official Venmo account of the Friends of Brookline Lacrosse Booster Club if you would like to support the lacrosse team financially. You can also find below that a link and phone number for our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Education Foundation. The Brookline Education Foundation raises funds to help promote growth and innovation among Brookline educators, growth that can then be passed on to the children of this community. For over 40 years, this foundation has given out a variety of grants across the educational landscape. These include Ideal Lab grants for teachers that want to present their students with new and exciting projects, and teacher grants for educators that want to further develop their own skills to bring to the classroom. Many initiatives which have become staples in the public schools of Brookline started as BEF grants. They support literacy education training, new methods in STEM education, project-based learning, mentoring of new principals and superintendents, and collaborative work around diversity, equity, and inclusion, just to name a few. Visit brooklinefoundation.org or call 617-232-3846 to find out how you can help support our town's educators and, through them, our students. Once again, that's brooklinefoundation.org or call 617-232-3846. And once again, you can find all those links and phone numbers in the description section of this video down below. Refs were blowing the whistle, so we're about to get started. Quicker breaks here in the JV action. And again, Brookline has had a strong defensive performance, particularly from Malcolm Arnold, although they're actually going to switch netminders here in the second half and bring in another player who was not on the roster that I was given, number 32. Again, folks, if I could get some help in the live chat, that would help me out a lot here, as we gotta, you know, we've had a couple of players that I just didn't have numbers for, or I didn't have names to match with the numbers on the roster I was given. We do have one note in the live chat from Julie Isms saying, amazing job by Arnold, keep it up. He's not going to be able to keep it up here in the second half as Brookline has swapped netminders, but Brookline comes out with the win in the face-off to start the second half. Number 26 picked that one up. Pass thrown, juggled, and tapped ahead to Justin Kim. Kim retreats and resets. Trying to dance around, cutting across, lost the ball. A fight for the loose ball. Picked up by number 22, gets the pass out. It's intercepted by Sammy Treestman. Brookline back on the attack. Aguirre throws it to the back. Bad hop. Gets away from the target and it rolls out of bounds. Pass intended for Liam Kennedy. Just couldn't connect there, as Brookline has had a real problem connecting with their passes when on offense. Walking up with it is 22. Gets across midfield. Pass up to 23, whose pass misses 14. Might not have been expecting the cut there, as that leads to a Weymouth turnover. Carter Cagnino with the ball for the Warriors off that Weymouth turnover. Evades some defensive pressure. Barely got a pass away, and they're still fighting for it. And they call the foul on Weymouth, looks like. And it'll be Brookline ball. Ball is going to be taken here. I think that's number 35, Michael Sidlecki. Sidlecki pass ahead to Treestman. Running up with it, long shot sails high. Brookline going to keep it as Justin Kim was established firmly behind the net there. Kim floats the pass out to Aguirre. Gives it to Horowitz. Cole Horowitz cutting across. Shot misses wide. Kim once again there to recover it. Brookline's starting to at least get some shooting opportunities, but they're still having trouble putting those shots on net. Kim gives to Aguirre. Out to Horowitz again. Horowitz cutting across the top, gives to Treisman. Treisman spins, jukes. Long shot is in. Sammy Treisman puts Brookline on the board and cuts the Weymouth lead in half. You can see after he takes the ball, he just kind of goes to work. Spin, juke, long shot from the lefty side. And finds that top right corner for Brookline's first goal. As they start the face-off attempt, whistle blown. Might have been a false start by Brookline there, and so Weymouth gets the ball. Number 4 running with it, charging in, shoots and misses wide. Pass along the back, 14. Off the screen there. An illegal screen called against number 23 for Weymouth. And Brookline gets the ball. Kaganina thought about the pass and now loses the ball. Picked up by 14 and decides to take it slow. Didn't want to try and make something happen immediately in transition. Almost lost the ball there, but manages to recover it. Throws a long pass up. Now a pass along the back. Pass out looking for number 1 on the cut, but no dice, disrupted by the defense. 23 recovers, long pass, misses everybody, and I think that's going to bounce out of bounds along the sideline. So Brookline ball, 6 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter. Weymouth leads Brookline 2-1. Looking around. 26, shot misses wide. Still not entirely sure who 26 is. I don't see a 28 out there, so maybe it's Evan Gerber and he just changed numbers. Not sure. Horowitz cutting across, tries a pass and could not get enough on that one as it bounces wide of the net. A race to the back line is won by the Weymouth netminder number 5. And so the Wildcats take over with the ball. Five walking up with it. Looking around. Gives to 21. 21 evades the defense. Pass gets to 18. 18 floats one up. Now they pass behind the net. Given over to 23. 23 out to 9. 9 spins. Shoots, saved by 32. Good help defense by number 41, Emery Law, on that play to force a bad look for Weymouth. Not sure, but they might have called a delayed penalty there against Brookline. I mean, I don't see anyone serving it. Pass around the top. Okay, looks like we're reconnected now. Sorry about that, folks. Number 9 for Weymouth. Scoring that goal there gives the Wildcats a 3-1 lead. Less than 3 minutes to go here in the third, as Weymouth once again leads by 2. Hard chase for the loose ball. Running it across midfield is 17. Long pass over to 14. Pass inside looking for 5. Misses there. And that's going to roll out of bounds. I got a helpful email saying to check the varsity roster for any of the numbers that I might be missing, in which case that would mean the new goalie here for Brookline is number 32, Ben Breyer, as his pass gets intercepted by 17. I'm not sure, but definitely a possibility, and that would also mean that the face-off specialist, number 26, is Buzzy Blackburn, and I thought he was out for the year. I don't know, maybe this is a rehab game for him with the JV squad to see if maybe he can be well enough to rejoin the varsity team. I'm not sure, but Brookline is calling a timeout here. But the clock is still going for some reason. Now it's stopped, minute 27 on the clock here in the third. So 3-1 the score in favor of the Wildcats. They've had 1 goal each from number 5, number 9, and number 23. For Brookline, their lone goal today coming from Sammy Treisman. Once again, head back to my channel's main page after this game is over, where you can find the stream link for the Brookline versus Weymouth varsity boys lacrosse game that'll be taking place right after this one ends. Out of the timeout, Treisman walking up. Close pass inside, finds Cole Horowitz, who misses the open look on the spin. It bounces wide of the net, and boy, you could see the frustration from the Brookline players, especially from Horowitz himself. He knew he had that one and just couldn't get it to leave his stick right. Aguirre running in and misses his shot wide. Brookline keeps possession. They're getting some good looks at the net now. They've just got to get a shot in. Horowitz throws it behind to Kim. Kim over to Aguirre. Aguirre tries a long shot. Turned aside by number 5. Kim back there to keep it with Brookline. Kim from around the back passes to Aguirre. Aguirre cuts, shoots, and scores. Nathaniel Aguirre makes it a 1-goal game once again. scoring off the assist from Justin Kim. And scoring right at the third quarter buzzer. Big time goal there from the junior, Nathaniel Aguirre. At the end of 3, our score, Weymouth 3, Brookline 2. During this break between the third and fourth quarter, I'd like to once again thank our local sponsor for today, Esch Dental. Esch Dental in Coolidge Corner doesn't just focus on smile rehabilitation. Their real passion is smile preservation. If you are ready for a local, sophisticated, sole ownership dental office to take care of your 6-month cleanings, don't look any further than Esch Dental. Call 617-566-0103 or go online to eschdental.com to find out more and book your appointment. Once again, 617-566-0103 or go online to eashdental.com. All that information in the description section down below. And it is confirmed for me that number 26 is not Buzz Blackburn. Yeah, I honestly, I didn't think it was. Seemed like very low possibility considering I'd been told he's out for the year. So I'm not sure who number 26 is for Brookline here, as he's not on either roster. But we enter the fourth quarter. It's a 1-goal game in favor of the Wildcats. Number 23 picks up the loose ball and spins. Running in with it. Shot was blocked, and it's picked up by Malcolm Arnold, who is back between the pipes for the Warriors here in the fourth and final frame. An errant pass across midfield is going to bounce out of bounds. Brookline couldn't connect there. And so Weymouth takes that ball back. Number 9, tiptoeing along the sidelines, gets cross midfield. Cutting across the middle now. Brings it into touch and throws ahead to 13. 13 cuts around a couple, spins, shoots, misses. That one bounces out. Number 5 back there to keep it with Weymouth. Five trying to get around his defender. He does. Help arrives. Pass across, misses. Was trying to fit it through a tight window to 14 there and just couldn't connect. Good help defense by Carter Cagnina to force the pass. That ends up giving Brookline back the ball. Pass goes over to Arnold. Arnold throws a long pass. Off the bounce, it is picked up. Cole Horowitz breaking away, shoots, saved. Big save by number 5 off the breakaway shot by Cole Horowitz. Picked up now by 26. Throws it to the back to Horowitz. Horowitz pass. Could not connect in traffic with Aguirre. And it's taken back by the Wildcats. 23 running through the defense there. Gets the pass away but misses. 14. Pass might have been disrupted by a slight push from, I think, Cagnina there. As that ball goes out of bounds. And it'll be Brookline ball. About 9:15 left on the clock here in the fourth as that pass misses Cagnina, but he manages to recover it and keep it in bounds. Cagnina running with it, weaves, floats pass up, finds his target, Treistman. Treistman fakes pass, now throws one inside, Horowitz lost the ball. Ball still loose and picked up by the Wildcats. 8 bounces off Treestman. Spins off him. Manages to evade the defensive pressure there and keep the ball. Brought into touch by 18 as Weymouth settles in on offense. 17 being defended by Abramson. Cuts down the right side, pass for 13. Shot saved again by Arnold, who charges out himself to pick up the rebound. Arnold hit hard from behind, and a flag thrown there for the hard hit. Brookline, I think, is about to get the man-up advantage here. As number 13 is going to come off and serve the penalty after hitting the goalie, Arnold, from behind. Big penalty draw by the Brookline netminder. And with 7.5 to play here in the fourth quarter, we'll see if Brookline can take advantage and tie this one up. Treestman, pass, finds Horowitz. Horowitz shot wide. Kim back there to keep the ball with Brookline. Again, Horowitz finding these good looks. Just hasn't found the right touch on his shot yet. Aguirre stepping back. Thought about approaching, but instead gives it to Treestman. Treestman looking. Swings a pass over to Kennedy. Now behind to Kim. Kim from out the back. Pass out to Aguirre. Aguirre charging. Long shot saved by 5. Ricochets all the way back to midfield. Picked up by number 14 of the Wildcats. Throws a pass. Connects. Extra pass. Dropped and recovered by Arnold. Arnold's pass up to Horowitz. Horowitz running across midfield into the attack zone. Lost the ball. Just dropped it as he was running up with it, and it's taken back by Weymouth. 14 with the ball. 6 minutes to go here in the fourth. .14 still looking. And we've got a whistle here. Oh, did they fail? Did they fail to bring it into touch? That must have been what happened. Yeah, I think he tapped the top of his head, which I believe signals that they failed to bring it into the attack zone. They failed to bring it into touch there. Brookline, however, loses it on the turnover there. Weymouth takes it back. Just over 5 minutes to go. Still a 1-goal game. Long shot, stopped again by Arnold. Arnold avoids some pressure, now throws a long pass off the bounce. It misses Kennedy. And it's going to go right to the other goalie as number 5 picks it up. Number 5 running with it. Now weaving away from the Brookline forward pressure. Floats a pass across. Now that long pass knocked down, but recovered by Weymouth as they get a lucky bounce there. 23 shot blocked. I think that was blocked by Treestman. But the loose ball picked up by 17. Pass over to 7. 7. Pass back. 17. 17. Looking for a bit of a screen. Didn't get much of an opening off of it. Swings the pass. Over to 1. Bounce past 7. Back to 1. tried to get a shot off, didn't have enough room to get a powerful shot there, and the loose ball is picked up by Arnold. Arnold, pass ahead to Law. Law's pass taken away by 17. 17 gives it over to 13, I think. Pass up to 14. Or no, 23 pass to 14. 14 back to 23 now. Now going back to 14, disrupted by Cagnina. Fighting for the loose ball now. Still fighting. And still fighting. And now picked up by 14. Cagnina almost had a big takeaway there, but no. Possession stays with Weymouth. Pass up for 5. 5's got an opening, charging in. Shot saved again by Arnold. Another huge save off an open look, as Malcolm Arnold has done a great job keeping Brookline in the game, but they miss on that pass. 17 takes it back. Pass, or a long shot, and a jumping save by Malcolm Arnold. Gives it to Treisman. Treisman running with it. Into the attack end. Long shot missed wide. Kim back there to keep it with Brookline. With 2.5 minutes to go, Brookline has got to find the back of the net if they want to tie this game. Pass to Aguirre. Up top, Treisman. Treisman off a screen. Now juking, spinning, lost the ball. Another turnover by the Brookline offense, as it's run across by 28. And he gives it over to 23. And now his pass disrupted, I think, by Treisman. Cagnina picked it up, but he lost it. Picked up, shot saved by Arnold, and he gets it out of there. Picked up by 18. Loose ball again. More chaos for the ball. Treisman couldn't pick it up there. Disrupted, and it's picked up by 17. 23. Trying to spin off his defender. Floats it back to 17. 17 charges in. Long shot missed wide. Just over a minute to go, and Brookline, their defense has got to take the ball away if they want to even have a chance to go back on offense and tie this game. 14 with the ball. Pass, shot missed. Loose ball bouncing. And it's going to go to Brookline. Brookline's got to run and get the ball. But a timeout called by Brookline here with 35 seconds to put the clock back on their side. But boy, how about this day from Malcolm Arnold in net? Certainly a big reason that the Warriors are still in this, as there's been a number of shots that were just really good looks by Weymouth, really should have gone in. But Malcolm Arnold has been walling off everything. So out of the timeout, Brookline is going to have 35 seconds to go the length of the field and try and score the equalizer. Malcolm Arnold, the goalie, will start with the ball for the Warriors. Here we go. Last gasp for Brookline. Pass juggled by Cagnina, and Brookline lost it immediately. Oh, but I think they might have called a warding foul against number 5 there as Brookline gets to take it back. But again, they miss on the pass. And it's going to be Weymouth ball. And that's going to do it. Last seconds are going to tick away. And Weymouth edges out the win and stays ahead in the closing seconds to beat Brookline. The final score here in Weymouth: the Weymouth Wildcats 3, the Brookline Warriors 2. A strong day in net for Malcolm Arnold, who played 3 of the 4 quarters for Brookline and came through with some tremendous highlight-worthy saves, but Brookline not able to keep up offensively. Weymouth with 1 goal each from number 5, number 9, and number 23. Brookline got 1 goal each from Sammy Treestman and Nathaniel Aguirre, but they come up just short. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in today. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Remember, stay tuned. We're going to have the varsity live stream right after this one. It's going to be on a different link, so be sure to go back to my main channel page. Under the page Upcoming Live Streams, the varsity one should be the first one on there. Easy enough to find if you didn't already get sent the link. Thanks again to our local sponsor for today, Esch Dental. The team at Esch Dental understands dental anxiety. Some patients just need a friendly face to put them at ease, while others need the help of additional gases or medications. Dr. Esch and his team can help you wherever you are on the journey to find a solution to manage your dental anxiety. Call 617-566-0103 or go online to eashdental.com to find out more and book your appointment. Once again, 617-566-0103 or go online to eashdental.com. You can find that link and phone number in the description section down below. You can also find a link to the official Venmo account of the Friends of Brookline Lacrosse Booster Club. You can also find a link and phone number for our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Education Foundation. And you can also find some links related to me that you can also see in the bottom right corner of your screen. My personal website, jessesports.com, where you can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Or if you want to skip past all that, you can email me directly with any questions, requests, or comments you may have. And don't forget to follow me on social media on Instagram and Facebook, where I post highlights from previous live streams. But for this live stream, that's going to do it. Weymouth 3, Brookline 2. From Weymouth High School in Weymouth, Massachusetts, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for the varsity broadcast.